welcome.
Welcome. I just chipped over a bottle.
And we're so happy to have you here. We're so happy to have our bottles up, right? It's always a good start to the day.
That's a good start to the day. And this is such a fascinating topic, talking about roses and why is rose so expensive. We're going to find that out as we go through this presentation.
And why it's so valuable for so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
We are just so excited to have you here. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Karen.
And we are just all in on this month of love. And we're going to be talking about an oil that just is so easily associated with Valentine's and just celebrating love in lots of different types.
That's right. And during this event, this is kind of our lineup. We have some information we want to share about the products. We have blending that we want to do, and we have giveaways.
We have giveaways. We're going to be doing several giveaways throughout our time together today. We have a really special discount we're going to share with you that you're going to love if you're interested in working with rose and getting some rose. And we also have a really great bonus perk for whoever wants to use that discount code. So we'll go through all that as we go.
Let's talk about that. We have a collections page of these products. We have 3 different recipes we'll be blending today. And all of the products in the recipes are in a special collections that only you guys know about. We'll give you the link. It's right down below. Jenny will show you what's in there, but there are some hydrosols, blending supplies, and all kinds of essential oils. So to access this special collection, you would go to, let's go there and show them this collection.
Go. So because you're here live with us, we wanted to introduce something really special. And this particular page you can't find on our website. This is a secret page just for you for being here live or watching the replay. And we put together some really beautiful collections all around the theme of rose. And you can use your code ROSES20 to get 20% off anything on this collection, which is pretty amazing. The rest of the world is getting a similar discount, but it's 15% off.
15%.
This is 20% off, which is, we wanted to say an extra thank you for being here live and for coming to this event or watching the replay between now and midnight, which is, it ends Tuesday the 11th.
All right, so there's all kinds of...
Or does it end
It ends at midnight.
It ends at midnight. So does this end at Tuesday, Devin, or does it end tonight? Tuesday. It ends Tuesday.
Ends Tuesday.
Yeah,
okay.
It ends Tuesday.
Midnight Eastern time.
Yes.
So, special code just for you, ROSES20, that you will use when you see the collections. But there's something else before we go to the collections.
Let's do it.
Something else. This is a special bottle. It's a 30 ml bottle with jojoba in it, and it has 6 drops of rose Otto. And you're going to learn more about this as we go through our presentation, but this is also a gift. If you place your order, this will get put into your order, but you have to use that ROSES20 discount code.
Yes.
It's all kind of connected together, and you'll get a very special blend that we've made up just for you with rose Otto and jojoba that you can now make and add into other blends.
And again, we're just wanting to celebrate rose. We have a lot of amazing information to tell you about rose, Otto, and other different products we're about to be working with. So anyone, again, who uses that code ROSES20 between now and Tuesday at midnight, we will just gift you this particular blend that Karen just talked about.
Well, let's see what's in the collections here. Let's go to your into the collections itself.
Let's do it. And as we're going through this collection, if you see something that is really standing out to you and you're like, yeah, I'm really excited about that product in this collection, let us know and pop that into the chat.
So we've got Rose Otto, Rose Absolute, and we're going to see the differences between these two as we go through. There's a Rose and Geranium essential oil. That's Rose and Geranium co-distilled. Then there's geranium, there's some hydrosols, rose, geranium hydrosol. There's rose Otto hydrosol, but it is out of stock now. We didn't quite make it to this event with it. Victorian blend hydrosol, and these are fabulous hydrosols to use as toners on your skin, to use as room sprays, to put into make linen sprays. They're quite remarkable. And then there's our Dewy Glow blend. We do have some different specific ready-made roll-on blends, and this is one of them. And it has elemi, it has myrrh, rose otto, it also has rock rose, and then our jojoba, all blended up into a 10 ml roller bottle with jojoba. It's really fabulous. And then we've got our palmarosa, frankincense, ylang ylang, wild orange, green mandarin, and I think we'll also put in there some red mandarin, myrrh, vetiver, and some glass roller bottles. So we're actually blending with the red mandarin today, and it's in there. Look, we've got German chamomile, some glass bottles for blending, some of our mandarin, German chamomile, from Nepal if you prefer that one over the English one, and some dropper cap droppers.
That's
that
a
we
huge
have.
variety.
That's a huge variety.
Yes, so that's very exciting. We've
So-
got folks who are saying they're excited about the rose geranium co-distilled. I know, it's a really unique, beautiful product.
It is. So these products, using your special code, you'll also get put into your box the rose jojoba oil that you'll see how we're going to blend with that.
There you go.
All right, let's go back over here.
And as we're getting set up, we would love to know your experience and comfort level working with Rose Otto. If it's an oil that you have worked with before, just pop in a 1. And if it's a new oil for you, just pop in a 2.
Well, I'm going to move these off to the side just a little bit, and we're going to start blending. We're going to talk about some
We're going to get
things,
ready.
and we're going to get ready to do a little bit of blending.
I like it.
So put this over here. The word Rose Otto, it's really interesting. Rose has such a history. It's no wonder it's one of the most expensive oils in the world. Because of what it goes through, which we'll talk about as well. But Rose Otto comes from the word attar, A-T-T-A-R, attar, which means the essence or perfume. And it indeed has been a very special product for perfume making for centuries.
Yep.
It has a really warm, rosy, honey note with a little bit of a faint fruity aroma to it.
It's really nice.
It's very, very beautiful. Now, a true Rose Otto in cold conditions will gel. So when I came in here to the studio this morning, I grabbed the Rose Otto and I'm like, oh, it's gelled. So I just put it under my arm and I went around collecting all of my different products that I wanted to have here for blending. And it took about 5 minutes or so, and that gel melted down into a liquid. Now that gel, in order for it to be a certified true Rose Otto, they have inspectors that come in, and they inspect it. And if it doesn't gel, it doesn't pass the test.
There you go.
It has to gel, the Rose Otto. It's very special the way that does that. The major productions, this one is from Bulgaria. They have a gorgeous Rose Otto. But they also make rose products in Turkey, Morocco, Iran, and those are the main places. But there's a lot of other places too over in those areas that really excel in the rose making. You might also hear it called damask rose. So it came from the name, from the Syrian town of Damascus. That's where they started making a really special raw product into like a rose hydrosol, a rose floral water. It's probably how they first started using it way back then. So the distillation process is super complex. For the Rose Otto, they use fresh flowers, not dried flowers, they're fresh flowers, and it's kind of a hydro distillation where they put hot water on the roses, and then it's a multi-layered distillation. They do it several times in several different specific ways to finally get that Rose Otto.
Can I add one thing clarifying? Lorraine brought up a really good point saying, what does it mean it has to gel? And it just means that the consistency of the oil changes into a gel-like consistency.
It's thicker than an aloe vera gel. So imagine an aloe vera gel that you can kind of shake. It's thicker than that. So when you have your Rose Otto and it's in a cold condition, now it's warmed up, so it's not. You can't shake it.
So it's like coconut oil
It's
in that way.
gelled.
It can change.
It changes. It melts very easily.
It melts very easily.
But that is a point that needs to be, if you get a Rose Otto, you have it in a cold condition and it never ever gels, well, it may not be true Rose Otto.
There you go.
So they typically do this distillation of the Rose Otto and Rose Absolute as well in the months of May and June, and that's typical in all of these places. Now, Rose Absolute is a different process that they use, and we'll talk about that just a little bit later throughout the presentation, but they will use dried roses for a Rose Absolute, and it does not gel. It's a totally different product using the same plant, the same plant part, roses.
There you go.
Rose petals. All right, so we're going to make our first blend, and this is a special massage oil, but before we do that, I'm going to make this blend that we're putting into your kit as well.
So again, to clarify, if you just joined us and you're like, what's going on? We're talking about rose oil, telling you different ways to work with it. We have we have a whole collection that we have a link here in chat where you can go and shop and get 20% off anything in this collection using the code ROSES20, which is pretty awesome. And anyone who uses that code ROSES20 will get this particular blend that Karen's about to work with.
This is a rose jojoba, so we're going to add into a 1 ounce or 30 ml bottle. I'm going to put in 1 ounce or 30 ml of this beautiful jojoba. There we go. And then we're going to add 6 drops of Rose Otto into here. And we're going to be using this for all of our blends today. So 6 drops. It's a thin, whitish color oil.
A lot of aromatherapists, to get it to its liquid form, will just either put it under their armpit like Karen talked about, or just put it right in the left side of their, if they're female, in the left side of their bra, just to warm it up and walk around with it, and it's close to their heart. That's a trick you can use too.
Now 6 drops of Rose Otto may not seem like a lot to you, but this is a very strong blend. Rose and a lot of our florals, but rose particularly, is super strong and you don't want to use very much of it in your blends. So this is going to make over 3 blends today, as we're going to use each a third of this bottle contains 2 drops of rose, which is plenty for a blend. So this is a very economical way to be able to use a rose product and to be able to extend your rose as well. So now that we have this made, we no longer need our rose. We're not going to put in an additional Rose Otto into our blend. So this blend is really very beautiful. It's called the Smoky Mandarin Rose Massage Oil. If you were to take this massage oil to your massage therapist, they would be blown away with this. And it's also a blend that I like to put on at special times. I'll put it on different areas of my body, as it can have beautiful emotional properties, and that we're going to get into in just a little bit as well. So we've got our we're going to use this. We don't want to get this mixed up. I'm going to put it right here so we don't get it mixed up.
Let's call it our rose oil blend. We need a name for it.
Our rose blend.
It's not really, it's a blend of rose and jojoba.
It's a rose jojoba.
It's a rose jojoba, thank you. We needed a name for it.
So this blend calls for, we're going to use a total of 30 mils of carrier, and we're going to use a third of this. Now to use this, you can either use a dropper to get a third out, or you can just, and you want to make sure it's really well blended, or you can just pour a third of it into your bottle. Okay, I want to just make sure it's all through there really well. And what I'm going to do to make this easy is I'm going to first put in 2/3 of jojoba. It's about right there. And then I can easily fill in the rest with my special blend, which has 2 drops of our Rose Otto. Okay, there we go. We're going to cap this, put it back over here so we don't get it confused.
Our rose jojoba.
And then we're going to add 3 drops of vetiver for its beautiful grounding properties. It's also very anti-anxiety. So it's really good with that rose, for that grounding, heart-opening, beautiful blend. It's got this perfect relaxation. It brings in our emotional balance, and it is deeply connected to our heart center. So we'll put in our vetiver, which is 3 drops of vetiver. It's a really thick oil, and I should have put a drop in there first. 3 drops of vetiver.
And if you haven't yet, after this event, Google vetiver, because if you haven't seen them, it's vetiver is a grass, and the oil comes from the root system that grows way deep down, and it's a really long, thick root system that's very, very thin, and it's a really amazing plant to have in your mind if you and when you are working with vetiver, just to kind of know where it comes from.
It's a very thick oil too, so sometimes I'll have to take off the cap to get my 3 drops in there. And then we'll also be putting in some red mandarin. That gives it that beautiful soft citrus, softer than our sweet orange, and we don't want to overbear our rose aroma. So we'll use our mandarin, but you can also use green mandarin. Green mandarin's a little bit more energetic than our red mandarin is. Red mandarin has a little bit more of a floral aroma to it, and we're just going to add in 10 drops of our red mandarin. And I find that the citrus oils really bring out the citrus aroma in our rose. All right, let's give this a shake.
Okay. And this is the Smoky Mandarin Rose Massage Oil.
And that's exactly
beautiful.
what it smells like. That is gorgeous. Now you would use this as a perfume. So you would use this as, you can use it in spotty places, spot treatments. I love to use this particular blend in the evening before bedtime. Number one, it just gives you a beautiful, energetic sleep space.
I love that. Just really bringing you down, grounding you so you're able to have a good restful night.
So I'm going to put this over here beside that one. And then again, you can use your dropper to take out anything in the rose, especially if you're using smaller bottles. All right, Jen, now comes the exciting part.
Yes, well, and just to clarify, we had some questions in the comments. Just to clarify, anyone who uses that code ROSES20, our Aromatics team is going to blend this rose jojoba for you, and we'll pop that in as your free gift. So you'll be getting the jojoba, just like we have here, with drops of that rose oil in it, so you're able to experience it. And if you are thinking, I'm not quite ready to purchase the full Rose Otto, we want everyone to experience what rose smells like in jojoba.
And just the 6
Oh,
ounces,
this one.
That's actually a $20 value.
And that's a $20 value in terms of your gift. So yes, we want to
Yes.
say thank you for using that code, and we'll pop that in when you use that code.
Okay, any other questions?
Well, we have different, what is the code? The code is ROSES20.
And that's right down below. You'll find that
Yes.
down below as well.
And we've pinned the collection in the chat.
And we've pinned the collection in the chat. So it's it'll take 20% off anything in that collection.
Very good.
Yes.
So now we're going to give away 4 different things of one thing.
4 different things of one thing. So 4 of you are about to win this really cool thing.
I'm gonna make sure I don't get it over here too far.
I know, we don't want to, okay, because we've got some, we're in our workstation. So we have these really neat little bags.
By the way, the reason why I selected these bags for today is because I keep one of these in my purse at all times.
Yes.
So, for instance, I went into the grocery store the other day, and they're like, do you have your own bags? And I'm like, oh, no, I didn't bring my bag. So I said, oh, hold it. Yes, I do have my own bag. And I took it out. It was just like this. Then you just take it out like this, and they're so easy to use, and they hold a lot of things. So this is probably one of my most used accessories.
There you go.
Now, if you can help me
I can.
hold this. So it, of course, has our little Aromatics International on there. And it has a really beautiful plant
Lavender.
on here. That's a little lavender plant. And then I get home, I take my groceries out, and I take it and I put it directly back in my bag. And that's easy to do here. I don't know about what. And I just start stuffing it back in like this. And I pop it back in my bag. I use it for all kinds of things.
Are you ready for your giveaway question?
What's the question?
Okay, so we're going to be giving away 4 different folks who are here live with us are about to win. And we are going to randomly select one of these colors to pop in to your package. So how you qualify is you answer this question and you use the code ROSES20 between now and midnight on Tuesday, which is the 11th of February. And once you use that code and you're our giveaway winner, one of 4, you will get an extra gift. We'll get 2 gifts. You'll get the Rose Jojoba that we are going to pop in as our free gift to you. And also every winner will get one of these bags in there.
Popped in. You're
Popped
going to
in.
love these bags. They're available on the Aromatics International website.
They are.
But you're going to get this free if you're one of the winners.
Okay, so your question to enter the giveaway is, what Aromatics International product would you like to put into your bag if you were the winner? What Aromatics International product would you like to put into your bag? So just pop in your answer, and it's, again, a very individual answer. Maybe it's shea butter, maybe it's you want to try that co-distill of rose geranium. Whatever it is, whatever you want to pop in your bag for your favorite Aromatics International product or something you want to try out today, just pop your answer in.
These also make really good gifts.
Yes.
For people. They're great just for putting things in them and giving them away as a gift as well.
That's true.
So yes, I know. Always running back to the car for your bags.
Yes.
Exactly. They love it when we bring our own bags. They're like, thank you so much for bringing your own bags.
The environment does too.
The environment
Yes.
does too. We're also concerned about our environment, and
Yes.
we're doing everything that we can. Ooh, Rose Otto is going in the bags for sure. Hydrosols and the whole collection.
The whole collection. I love it. I know.
Put the whole collection in.
It is. It's a great way to save 20% off on this particular collection, and there's so many amazing things that I also would love to put into my bag.
Some trauma oil, some peppermint and lime. Oh, yes. The rose geranium co-distill.
So let's talk a little bit more, and then that will give our amazing creative director time to choose our winner. Let's let people pop in their answers.
So the reason why we have some other products, I'm going to put these over to the side just a little bit.
Okay.
In the collections, you may see there's like Palmarosa, there's geranium, there is our rose geranium. Let me talk about this just a little bit. Now the hydrosols are the water portion of a distillation. This one is rose geranium, and it has it is a geranium called a rose geranium. Okay, and this one is a Victorian blend with rose geranium, lavender, and lemon verbena. And how I use these, and I use them all the time, is it really helps to cleanse the air wherever I'm at. It gives a refreshing aroma to it. I like to spray them on my linens. I might make a special linen spray with the essential oils. So they're really great to have on hand. They're very gentle, especially if you're using them for children, especially if they're a little bit hyper or they need some kind of a reprieve from what they're doing at the moment.
Then you
to
just
give some
kind
spritz around.
of ground for a minute.
Ground for a minute.
Yeah.
Now, it is true that Rose Otto is highly adulterated, and so is Rose Absolute.
Can be.
It can be.
Yes.
So you have to really understand and know who you're purchasing your very expensive Rose Otto from and Rose Absolute. There's a big price difference between the two products, and that's just the way that they're processed. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit as well. But Palmarosa and geranium and rose geranium, they all have a rosy aroma. So many times when you're trying to, you want more of a rosy aroma, you want more rose in there, but you don't want to use any more of your precious drops, you can indeed use your Palmarosa geranium or your rose geranium co-distill. Now the rose geranium co-distill is actually Rose Otto distilled with geraniums, and that's why it's a co-distill. They all have very similar properties. They're all very antimicrobial, and we're going to get into that right now about the Rose Otto chemistry as soon as we pick our winners.
As soon as we pick our winners, do we have our 4 winners?
We do.
We have our 4 winners, and we're just gonna randomly choose one of these amazing bags and pop in. So if you're the winner, if your name is called, how you receive your bag is you use the code ROSES20. And of course, we'll get you your free gift of the rose jojoba that we just have been talking about. And then we'll pop one of these bags into your package as well.
All right, so first winner, Kim O'Brien.
Kim O'Brien, congratulations.
Mary Ann Owen.
Mary Ann Owen. Yay!
Ali Liao.
Ali Liao.
And Andrea Harrington.
Andrea Harrington, you are our winners today. So if you could do us a huge favor and make sure that, well, they don't need to email us, do they? Because we'll just make sure that our fulfillment team watches for your name and that you have used the code, and we'll pop in your giveaway into your package. So congratulations.
Using that special code alerts the team that, hey, we need to make sure that they get their special rose jojoba, and we need to make sure and see if they are one of our winners. And they'll make sure everything goes into the same box.
Yes, I love that. All right, well, that's our first giveaway. We have another giveaway coming up. We have 2 more giveaways. We have a really beautiful necklace, and then we are giving away 1 5 ml bottle of Rose Otto. So that's and it's a very special giveaway. So that'll happen at the very end of our event today.
Devin, someone is asking if they can order the whole everything in the collections with one click, or do they put them in separately?
Yeah, you'll need to add each product separately, and then the
Okay.
code will work for everything that's in the collection
Oh,
if they're
okay.
ready to check out.
So there isn't a special way to put all of them in at once. So you select each one at a time, and then during checkout, put your special code in there.
Yes, and the code is ROSES20, and that will get you 20% off everything in the collection.
Now you can order other products while you're ordering the collection too. You can keep adding things into your cart. The code will only work on the collections, but that doesn't mean you can't order other things as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So congratulations, everyone. You're going to love those bags.
Yes.
I can't think of a better gift to give you than that bag. I love it so much.
That's a really great gift. We also have 2 other amazing gifts coming up. So hang in there with us.
Hang in there. So, and they're very special too, and wait till I tell you about the next one.
Yes.
But, all right, so in our Rose Otto, I'm going to move these off to the side here, just a little bit of information before we move on to our next recipe is their ingredients, which we call chemical components. The ingredients in this bottle, and many times people don't understand when we say chemical components, but every single thing in that is alive or unalive, everything is composed of different chemical components. And that's what makes this a Rose Otto, or that's what makes this a ylang ylang, or perhaps a geranium. It's their chemical components that are there. That's what makes them. They're natural. They're not added to the component. This is what they are called, so that when we do a GCMS report on this, we can say, oh, okay, that's what's in there. And what happens to be in Rose Otto, it has a large amount of citronellol OL, and geraniol, OL. These are monoterpenols that are wonderful for a variety of different things. It also has a component called nonocaine, which is a main component, one of the main components in Rose Otto, and it helps to accentuate the rose aroma that comes in with the multitude of smaller components. They all work together to make our beautiful Rose Otto.
And this is your 10,000 foot view. This is how we as aromatherapists know which oils to use in which moment. These are, it's the chemistry of the oil, and each specific component has been researched and there's been studies, and that's what informs us on when to choose which oil. And that's how you really unlock the power of essential oils and aromatherapy and get those profound results with your oils.
Now, we use Rose Otto a lot and Rose Absolute because it smells amazing, and we like to make it in our products if we want some emotional benefits. But there's way more to Rose Otto than just the emotional benefits. They're powerful benefits for pain relief, antispasmodic relief when there's tight muscles. Rose is fantastic for dealing with pain, inflammation, and spasms. It helps to calm the nervous system, which means it's almost sedating. I wouldn't quite say sedating, but it really brings down the energy levels, and it's great in sleep blends as well. It promotes that relaxation. It eases stress, and we know that stress is the cause for a lot of our physical conditions and mental conditions that we have. So it's very a well-rounded essential oil. Let's just put it that way. Now, they also fight off a lot that's very antimicrobial, fights off a lot of microbes, bacteria, viruses. It's even an antifungal. So it's just amazing what's all in this little bottle of Rose Otto. So, and it's also really great at working with things like candida. Okay, we get into candida issues. So it helps to our environment. It's very good for our respiratory system as well. Trying to give it to you in a nutshell, all the beautiful things that they can do. And of course, relaxing the muscles. It helps to bring down, like if we're really tight and tense, helps to bring down that blood pressure as well. Just keeps us on task. It does have a cooling effect. It's kind of a neutral. It's not warming and it's not super cooling. It's just kind of a neutral effect on our skin. So it can be used and very useful in emotional wounds as well as physical wounds.
I love that.
So when you think of anger, it's a hot condition. And when you're angry, you get tight, and there's all kinds of things that happen inside of your body. Well, Rose Otto does come in, and it does help neutralize those thoughts and those feelings. So whether it's the Rose Otto or whether it's the Rose Absolute, they both have these energetic properties as well. When I think of emotional support, I'm thinking of things that Rose Otto is really good with is mood swings. Think of when you're having your monthly cycle and you have these hormonal influxes. Rose Otto is super good for modulating those hormones. Also, addiction disorders, bipolar disorders, depression, feeling a loss of safety. Rose Otto is what they choose.
Do you know what I heard recently? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go right ahead.
I heard recently, I was listening to a podcast, and this podcast was mentioning that anger actually, and holding grudges, can release dopamine in your brain, and that actually can be quite addictive. And so,
interesting.
Sometimes when you can just hold a grudge, or you are feeling really angry about something that's happening consistently in your life, and you're just really kind of holding on to that anger, it's actually creating a dopamine release in your brain. And I've been thinking, well, how important for any human to know that, so you can help yourself not to do that. And I think this would be a perfect oil to just really allow those feelings to go.
That's why it's so hard for people to let go of those kinds of things, because our grudges, our anger is a little bit of a shield that we put up, a block. So thank you for bringing that up. That's amazing.
I mean, it really just made me think of that when you said addiction, because addictive behavior, and if you have anyone in your life who does struggle with addiction, it's not just substance. And so sometimes, if you are going through that process of, recovery, that can be something to keep in mind.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, now you know why it's so special. Very few oils do as many things as our rose oils do.
Yes.
We can use this in a diffuser, in a massage blend like we made already, making it into a stronger perfume blend. And I think I did say this was a perfume blend, but it really is a massage blend. It has a lower percentage of all of the essential oils, that you can use that as an overall body. A perfume blend would be a higher percentage of essential oils that we would put on spot treatments. It's very sweet, it's very circulating, and it's very harmonizing. So now that we've said all this, we're ready to make our roll-on blend.
Let's make our roll-on blend, and then we'll do our second giveaway.
And then we'll do our second giveaway, yeah. Our roll-on blend is 10 mils of essential oil with jojoba. Now in a 10 mil, we would typically put like 5 to 6 drops of essential oil to get a 15% blend. We'll do just a little bit more than that, because we're going to use our wild orange and our frankincense and our ylang ylang. Now, we're not going to get quite 2 drops of rose in here, because we're using a 1/10. So a third, remember, a third of this, unless we're using the whole thing.
I'll switch you.
Now that's not what you're using.
Oh.
This is the one I made.
I was skimming the comments.
Yeah, this is the one that I made to use for our blends today.
Okay, perfect.
And we're using a third of this in this bottle, so forget what I just said. A third of this, we're getting 2 drops of Rose Otto in here, which is a strong blend. And then we're doing 3 drops of our wild orange, which is just a sweet orange that grows in a wild grove in Italy. It's the same as a sweet orange. It's just called wild orange because it's wild.
Right? The energetics are different. It just, it matters how the plants come into this world and how they're cared for and where they grow.
And then we need a frankincense. I'm just going to use this one here.
Perfect.
Because I don't have a frankincense. So we have 3 drops of our wild orange, 1 drop of frankincense, and 1 drop of ylang ylang. Now, ylang ylang is also a very strong floral essential oil, so we don't want to do any more than the 1 drop. So,
and just to clarify what we're making right now, can we go over the name of the recipe again?
Thank you.
Yes.
This is a wild citrus, rose, and resin roll-on. This is a perfume blend. Okay, this is a blend that has remarkable therapeutic properties. It's got the florals that soothe the mind. They encourage that inner harmony. And then we've got our sweet citrusy oils with this resinous depth of our frankincense. So just in saying this, you can see that it's extremely grounding. It's extremely heart-centered. And it's very uplifting at the same time.
I love that.
With our Rose Otto in here as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to put in my essential oils first.
Okay.
So we'll put in 3 drops of our orange. And you can substitute, this is wild orange. It has a really special aroma to it.
It really does.
I'm smelling vetiver on my finger too.
I did too.
So 3 drops.
I didn't want to say anything. I'm glad you did.
Oops. Got a little more than 3 drops there.
That's okay.
But we'll put that.
The good news is sweet orange and wild orange is never phototoxic. So this is a roll-on blend, but if you get 1 extra drop, it's okay.
1 drop of our frankincense.
And as a reminder, on each one of the products that we're working with here, you can read all about it over on our website at aromatics.com. Look at GCMS reports, look at its top therapeutic components, shelf life, all of those things.
1 drop of our ylang ylang. There we go. And now we're adding 2 drops of our Rose Otto because we're putting 1/3 of my blend, 2 drops per 1/3, remember. If you don't have a Rose Otto jojoba, a rose jojoba, you can simply add in 2 drops of Rose Otto or Rose Absolute into this blend if you're using a plain jojoba or a plain carrier. I'm going to pop this on. There we go. And then blend it up.
There you go.
Mix it up really well.
Back and forth.
And then we'll put it on our pulse point. So put it on your wrists. I might put it behind my ears, on my throat, back behind my, back behind by the occipital bone. And then I rub it together, and I give it a good smell. So rub it on.
And you want your olfactory system to really start working for you right away. And if you haven't looked into your olfactory system, it is so very powerful. The chemicals and all of that good stuff just gets right into your system so much faster than it does through your skin, through the dermis layers.
Beautiful.
Yes.
All right, we have 1/3 left, but before we do our last blend,
We need to do a giveaway.
we're going to do a giveaway.
We're going to do a giveaway. So this is just, we're giving just one winner this time. And we are doing, this is a beautiful necklace. This is a very special necklace because we here at Aromatics have a high altitude lavender field that the lavender plants are all tucked into the snow right now and staying all nice and cozy during the winter. During the summer, they're in full, gorgeous, beautiful bloom. And we worked with an artist who took different buds from our lavender field and turned them into a necklace.
What happened is we picked a bunch of lavender, and I gave it to Devin, who's running the show here.
He's running the show.
And Devin and Annie, my niece Annie, drove it all the way to
Portland, probably.
Roseburg, Oregon.
Roseburg, Oregon.
Roseburg, Oregon, where their friend made these special necklaces for us. It was
Yes.
just incredible.
So it's a summer original.
She was blown away by the lavender buds.
Yes.
So what's our question? Oh, by the way, this is rose gold, and there's a little opal in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So rose gold and opal. It's a $45 value. Now we have one also with a silver chain and some Tanzania in it,
There you go.
the little gem, and it's $35. So this one with the gold, rose gold, and the opal is $45, and then we have one winner for this.
Okay, so the question is, and I saw at the beginning, we asked the question, how many of you worked with rose? And it was kind of split between yes and no. So I'd like to ask a question that's a little bit more universal. What is your favorite way to use lavender essential oil? Specifically lavandula angustifolia. There are all different kinds of lavender. What is your favorite way to use lavender essential oil? Pop that into the chat, and you can say something quickly like diffuser blend or roll-on or deodorant, or if you have something very special you'd like to share. And then we will choose one winner to get this particular necklace. And how you win, how you actually get it shipped to you, is you use that code ROSES20 between now and midnight Tuesday, the 11th of February, roses 20, and get 20% off whatever you would like from the collection. You can get 20% off one product or 5 products or the whole collection, and use that code, and that's how we know to pop this into your giveaway, as your giveaway into your box.
I guess I better bring up my comments here.
There you go.
Yes, you can buy these necklaces online at Aromatics International.
Mhm.
Just go there. You can purchase these if you aren't the winner.
Yes, and there is a limited supply. It's a one-time piece of jewelry, which is a pretty special thing.
I should have worn mine today.
Accessories if they're looking.
And if you're looking, you can find them in accessories. Thank you for that tip.
This is a beautiful gift to give away as well as to give to yourself. I think it's so special because it reminds me of just walking through the lavender fields in the summer, especially in June, July, when the flowers are just gorgeous, and you have that amazing energetics from the soil, from the plant itself, and from those beautiful lavender blossoms.
We spend a lot of time in that lavender field. It's right below where Karen, who's my mom, and my dad live, and our whole family and extended family and friends were often up there right as the sun is setting, because we've been doing all kinds of hiking and dinner, and it's just a really special place to us. So it's nice that we can share a little bit of the lavender field with anyone who would like to have it.
That's right. And lavender, one reason why we chose the lavender necklace is because lavender blends so well with rose. They just work together in a beautiful way. So we got all kinds of ways of using lavender, beautiful ways.
Do we want to, do we have a winner, or do we want to let it go a little bit longer?
I have one.
We have a
We
winner.
have a winner.
All right, our winner is Candy Haig.
Candy Haig, you are our winner. That is so very exciting. So Candy, you are our winner of this particular necklace. So all you need to do to claim your gift is to use that code ROSES20 before midnight on Tuesday, and we'll pop this in your box, as well as everyone who is here. No matter if you want to give away or not, you use that code ROSES20, get 20% off whatever you'd like in the collection, and we'll be sending you an extra gift, anyone who uses that code, of the different of jojoba and rose inside of the jojoba. So there you go.
All right. We're
Congratulations again.
on the last leg here, and I wanted to show you. This is a 1 kilogram container, and this is how our Rose Otto comes if you order a kilogram. Now this holds about 32 to 34 ounces. Okay, so it takes 3,000 to 5,000 of these containers of rose petals to make one of these. I just want to give you that visual. That's a lot. I was just thinking, how many could I fit into my room here, into my office? I couldn't even fit 3,000 bottles in there on the floor room. So, and the reason why there's a difference between the 3,000 to 5,000 is because it depends on the year. It depends on how much moisture they've gotten. It depends on how well their rose harvest has gone. So this gives you another reason to understand why rose is so expensive. Rose Otto is so expensive. Now it takes a third of this material to make a Rose Absolute. Okay, and let's talk a little bit about Rose Absolute.
I was going to say, that was a question up above. Someone said, have you talked about Rose Absolute yet? And I knew we were getting to it, so this is the perfect time. So now we're going to talk about it.
So the Rose Otto, it's a lighter oil. The Rose Absolute is a heavier oil because it is solvent extracted. They first make a concrete from it. They take the roses, usually a dried rose petals, to make the Absolute, and they create a concrete by using a specific different kind of solvent. And there's different kinds of solvents and different kinds of alcohol that they use in the process. And as they go through the process, they take that concrete, and that's how they make the Rose Absolute. And by the time they're finished, all of that solvent material that they've used to make this product is burnt off. And what we're left with is this kind of a amberish, reddish, orangey color, thicker. It's not thick like vanilla Absolute. It's thicker than the Rose Otto for sure. And that's how they get the Rose Absolute. Now they use Rose Absolute a lot in fragrance making, like different perfumes, because it has a more true to the rose aroma, a more vibrant aroma, a deeper aroma than the lighter Rose Otto does.
Which has a little bit, it smells like sunshine, and a little bit of like a really beautiful, warm, like artichoke flower. That's what the rose has to me, as well as rose.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
They're both
Yes.
gorgeous. And sometimes I want that lighter effect. I might choose the Rose Otto. Sometimes when I want that heavier, more robust,
Just rose.
I'll take the Rose Absolute. So I use both of them and I use them interchangeably. Some people think since it's a solvent extraction, it doesn't have medicinal value, but I totally disagree with that. It has a lot of medicinal value. It's packed with the antioxidants that help protect the skin from damage. And I talked about chemistry a little bit. So in Rose Absolute, the main ingredient, over 48 to over almost 70%, depending on the batch, is phenyl ethyl alcohol. That's a chemical component that's in here. It's not an additional alcohol that they put in. That is the chemical component. And it has a lot of antimicrobial properties. It has skin rejuvenating properties. Now it also has citronellol and geraniol, like our Rose Otto. Up to about 30% of that is also in the Rose Absolute. That's what gives it its nice rosy, almost a little bit of a citrus aroma to it. So in a nutshell, that's the difference between the Rose Otto and the Rose Absolute. Another difference between the Rose Otto and Absolute is the price point. The Rose Absolute, because it takes a lot less material and it's a lot less labor intensive, it might be like $80 for this 5 ml. Whereas the Rose Otto, with the amazing amount of plant material that it takes, and labor, very labor intensive, it's about $246 or more for this little 5 ml. So there's a big difference in the price. And that's why it's well worth it to get a little jojoba blend if you want to be able to try out the product and see what it smells like. I put 5 drops in a 1 ounce carrier, and I found it to be a little too strong. So you're getting a lot. You don't need too much to make your products. Now, Rose Otto and Rose Absolute, I have both of them on my shelf, and if I don't have them on my shelf, I feel like I'm really missing out. So I may not use them on a daily basis. I could use them on a daily basis, but I don't, because I also like to use jasmine and different florals. I always have them. They have nice long shelf lives as well.
There's a few oils that I keep at home because I want them super close to me. I come down to this beautiful, amazing place and work and create and write all of the time. So I have access to our entire collection here at Aromatics just right outside of our studio. And so I know that if I need to make a blend, I can come down here and do that. I do have Rose Otto in my home and right there with me. And a lot of times I'll just take off the cap and just breathe in really deeply before bed. I don't even actually use it. I just breathe it in super deeply, put the cap back on, and then go to bed.
Yeah, it brings an amazing energy to your space.
Yes. A clarifying question.
Yes.
So someone was asking how this compares to rosewood, and rosewood has a whole nother unique story and is actually from wood and not roses.
It's from the heartwood of the rosewood tree.
There you go. And there's a whole sustainability conversation to get into. Just know that the rosewood we have here at Aromatics is very sustainably sourced. That's not the case all over. You have to be really careful with that particular oil.
I'm not concerned about the amount of plant material that it takes because they replant and they keep that sustainability going.
For the
and
rosewood.
it is a really good way for their economy over in the areas where they make the rose. It's
Absolutely.
a very important product for them. Talking about the rosewood, that was a good question because in our Dewy Glow blend, there's a product, an essential oil called rock rose.
There you go.
And rock rose is also not a rose on there. So
It's called cistus is its other name, and it's this cool white flower with really bright red and yellow in the middle, and it's also a beautiful plant.
well, our last blend that we're going to make, and then we'll do our final giveaway.
Which is a 5 ml of our Rose Otto oil, so really hang in there with us. It's gonna be well worth it.
So I have a third left, and we're making this Radiant Rose Facial Oil we're making it in a 1 fluid ounce. So I don't even have to use that bottle. I'm going to use this bottle.
That's perfect. I like that. We'll save a bottle.
And then I'll add my jojoba oil to this as well. Now you could use, instead of putting more jojoba in, you could put a rosehip oil in. You could put different ones that are really great for skin. You could put sweet almond in, argan oil in. But I love using, jojoba has remarkable skin properties. So we'll fill this up. There we go. And we've got our 2 drops of Rose Otto already in here from our blend that we had made. And now we're going to put in some more skin nourishing and skin healing oils. And there is myrrh.
Yes.
Myrrh is a really thick resinous oil that is fabulous for healing the skin. German chamomile is also very skin nourishing, very healing, especially if there's any issues going on with the skin, like maybe some acne going on or eczema or different things like that. It's a cooling oil. So we'll put in, so in essence, this is 30 mils. We put 10 mils in here. We put 10 mils in our roller bottle blend, and we put 10 mils in our massage oil.
There you go.
Okay, so we're going to put in 2 drops. Can you get the myrrh
I can.
ready there?
I'll start going with myrrh.
Comes out a little slower. So 2 drops of our German chamomile. 1, 2. And chamomile, look how beautiful. This is from England. We also have one from Nepal that's more of a greenish chamomile.
It's so cool to watch blue and green oils blend into Carrier. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just
Slowly going
dropping
down.
slowly, which is pretty awesome. All right, well, I'll start the process
So we're
with this.
putting 2 drops of myrrh in.
It's just, oh,
There
here we
it
go.
is.
There we go.
1, 2.
There we go.
I love myrrh. Now myrrh has a very gentle aroma, but it has a lot of, and most of our resinous oils are very skin supportive. So we have a total of 2 drops of rose, 2, 4, 6. And typically in a face blend, I like to keep it to 5 to 6 drops of essential oil. So
How
blend that
beautiful.
all around. I'm going to keep this with the German chamomile so I know which one this is and can label it afterwards. Be sure and label
Always
your
label.
products. And again, this one was called the Radiant Rose Facial Oil. Very rejuvenating, very softening for the skin, and it gives you that nice glow.
I love that.
We're ready for the 3rd question.
So your 3rd question, and again, we're giving away. Let's grab it here.
Sorry, do we have some questions
Well,
here?
I thought we would ask the question for the giveaway and then go back through and let folks answer the question, and then we can spend some time in the comments. So we're giving away this 5 ml of Rose Otto oil, and it retails, we were saying, about $257. Is that what it retails for?
It retails for
It's on our notes somewhere.
$256.
$256. So we're about to give this away to one lucky live viewer. And again, how you claim your gift if you are the winner is you place an order between now and midnight Tuesday, the 11th of February, using the code ROSES20, and then we'll pop this into your package, and it will ship off to you, and you'll be able to enjoy it. So how you enter, you ready for the question? Is so rose is such an emotionally supportive oil, and let's say you have it on your shelf, or let's pretend you have it on your shelf. Who comes to mind as someone you would like to use this oil for? Someone who's going through something that's more of an emotional time in their lives, and you can put in a code name. You can make up a name and pop that in, or you can use their name, or you can say my mom or my niece or whoever it might be. Just put in someone that comes to mind that could use some really extra emotional support with this particular oil, and it could be yourself too. And you can put in your own name, or you can put in say myself, and that is a wonderful answer as well. So just pop in who comes to mind as someone who could really benefit from the emotionally healing properties of our Rose Otto oil.
So the Rose Otto oil, too, these little 5 ml bottles typically hold about 100 drops. Okay, now ours hold about 120 drops, so you're paying for 5 mils, but you're actually getting 20 extra drops. And as you can see, each drop of Rose Otto is really precious. So yeah, we got all kinds of comments. There's all kinds of people who would like this. Now again, if you're not the winner of the Rose Otto, because we have one winner,
Yes.
you can be the winner of this Rose jojoba.
So we're giving away anyone who uses the code ROSES20 between now and Tuesday at midnight. We're gifting you this jojoba with 6 drops of Rose Otto in it, so you can experience and work with it. And we just made 3 blends with the amount that we're going to gift anyone who uses this code between now and midnight on Tuesday. And so we want everyone to be able to experience Rose. So we're going to give that, it's a $20 value to anyone who uses the code between now and midnight on Tuesday.
Well, we'll wait just another minute
We'll
here
wait just
so
another
everybody
minute.
can get their, make sure that they're entering in here.
A
We
little
have just a little delay, but
A little housekeeping, yes, a little housekeeping. There, you will be able to watch the replay for this event. It will automatically post as soon as it's ready to do so. So probably about 20 minutes after we're done being live, or maybe even immediately. So it's the same link that you're watching right now. You'll be able to see the replay of our time together, which is awesome.
well, I see we're surrounded by oils and hydrosols, and what a beautiful place to be.
Exactly, I love that.
Our workspace right here.
Our workspace right here. I know we were just talking about how wonderful it is to just come and make blends, to just put together different ideas, to just create all of this for you. So one question, Devin, are they able to access these recipes?
These are exclusive to this event.
Okay.
They do not exist elsewhere. But if people really want us to, we can make them available on the website.
Okay.
That's something that the audience would like.
Yeah.
So what Devin was saying is the recipes we just shared with you are exclusive. Maybe we could put it on the replay, recipes on the replay.
So right now, yeah, absolutely. We'll send them out in the replay as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you'd like to add them to the site, we can do that too.
So Devin's asking, these are exclusive for those of you who are on this live event. However, if you guys think it would be beneficial, we
Yeah.
can add them as recipes right on the Aromatics International website.
I think we should just go ahead and do that.
What do you think? I think our audience would say yes.
I
Please
think
share
so
these
too.
recipes. That's kind of what I think that you're thinking.
Yes.
And how could we not? We're talking about Rose Otto.
Yes. So let's just go ahead and do that. And again, well, we asked them 2 questions, which
Okay.
is great.
Again, you can use Rose Otto in these recipes, or you can use your Rose Absolute in the recipes. If you don't have either one of these on your shelf, then you can use the geranium and the palmarosa, and they will give you the great skin healing properties as well. These smell rosy. Only a rose smells like rose, but they do smell rosy, right?
I love that.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, please.
And yes, Tammy, we can go ahead and I'll make up a quick. We'll make up a quick PDF of these recipes as well, and I'll pop that inside of our Natural Living Club. Yep, I love that. We'll put it right there inside of the community, and we'll do a little post, and I'll link to it, and we'll have fun inside of the Natural Living Club with that.
All right. So, do we have a winner?
We do.
We have a winner.
Ready? Here we
Ready?
go.
Here's our winner.
Eleanor McMurray.
Eleanor McMurray, you are our winner today. Congratulations. Congratulations, Eleanor. We're so excited to send this to you. So how you receive your giveaway of our 5 ml of Rose Otto essential oil is just order anything off of our collection using the code ROSES20, and that will make sure we know to pop that in your box.
So again, the collection link that you need to order from is down below where you're watching. There's the link. Those are the collections that the Rose 20 has the 20% discount. If you order from there using that discount code, you'll also receive a free Rose jojoba. So you're all winners.
Yes, you're all
all
winners.
winners.
You're all winners.
And those of you who have won the giveaways, and congratulations again, using that code in the collections will also give you the Rose Otto that you just won, or the other gifts that you won. And again, you can order other products off the website and include that in your order, but the discount code only applies to the little selection of collection. The collection. The
collection.
selection of collection. I want to thank you guys for joining us here. This has been so much fun. And thank you, Devin, for putting this
Yes, thank
event
you.
together for everyone. We learned so much about rose and rose Otto and the different things that we can do with rose. And I hope that you can apply this to your lives in a very meaningful way.
Yes, I know. We're going to have to arm wrestle for these blends.
Yes, we are.
Or we'll just make an extra one. All right, everyone. Thank you again so much. Again, if you have any questions about this, just email team@aromatics.com, and we will see you again next time. Thanks. Bye for now.